Hello, my name is Alicia Dominguez, and my partners are Benito Juarez and Luis Rodriguez. Today we're going to be showing you our router on a stick. It's a network using 2 switches and 1 router. One switch will be in one building that is shared by the cybersecurity department and the arts department, and the other switch will be in another building with the IT management. Now let's get started. First, we want to get our router, and then our 2 switches, one for one building, the other for the other building. The cybersecurity department will need 2 PCs. The arts department will also need 2 PCs. And the IT department will only need 1. Now let's organize it a bit with some color. And let's label it. So orange will be for the cybersecurity department. It'll belong to VLAN 10 and 192.168.10.0/24. Purple will be for the arts department. VLAN 20. 192.168.20.0/24. And red will belong to the IT department. VLAN 100. 192.169.100.0/24. And now each PC needs its own IP address and gateway address. So we get our pointer back. Click on the first PC. Go to Desktop, IP Configuration. And the IP address will be 192.168.10.2. The subnet mask will be automatically created. And now for the gateway address, we need 192.168.10.1. And we can label it with its IP address, 192.168.10.2. This will be 192.168.10.3. Desktop IP configuration, 192.168.10.3. And for the gateway, 192.168.10.1. And now for the other department, with VLAN 20, it's going to be IP address 192.168.20.2. And the gateway will be 192.168.20.1. Next PC, desktop IP configuration, 192.168.20.3. 192.168.20.1. And don't forget to label your PCs. This is .20.2. And this is .20.3. Now for the last PC in the IT department, it's going to be 192.169.100.2 for its IP address. So I'll just repeat it over here, 192.169.100.2. And for its gateway, it's going to be 192.169.100.1. Now we're going to be connecting each PC to its respective router. So we need to go to connectors, straight through, PC fast Ethernet 0 to 0/1, next PC to the next opening, PC, next opening, and the PC in the IT department to its own switch, and we'll put this one at 5. And now don't forget to save. So we'll call this one router on a stick.
Hi, my name is Luis. This is the router on a stick project, and I'm going to be working on the connection between the switches, the creation of the VLANs, and the separation of the ports on the trunking. Yes. Okay, so first you want to go to your switch. You're going to want to set up. This works. Want to enable. You're going to want to enter your configuration of the terminal. I'm going to change the host name to CS switch. And then you can also enable your password, UTRGV, something simple. There you go. And you can also enable secret. Make it something simple. The secret is just another password that kind of supersedes your original password if you ever forget it. Okay, we can also set up our console with line con 0. You can add another password or make it the same. TRGV, and you can log in as long as you can log in from there too. Exit this, and you can also set up our, what was it called? Our remote login for the management. Line 04. Yeah, another password, which would be the same, just for simplicity. RGB, and we can, so it's login local this time, which is still similar. And that's it. That's the password setup for our first switch. You can't really see it. Let's. What did I do wrong? All right, it's just messing with the size. That's not. Slightly smaller so you guys can see the names. All right, and on this switch for the computer science, we can exit from here and start on creating our VLANs. We're going to have 3 VLANs for each switch. And 10, we can name it CS, something simple. Actually, from here, VLAN 20, and name it art. Either from here, now VLAN 100, which is going to be our IT. And we can exit from here. Sorry, exit from there. And now we can separate the ports and put the ports where they're supposed to be. Basically, the connection between your PC and your switch, and this PC and your switch for VLAN 10, which is our CS. We're gonna connect 1 and 2 to VLAN 10. It's pretty simple. Interface with the fast Ethernet 01. What's wrong? Interface fast Ethernet. Yeah. There you go. Okay. I spelled it wrong. Okay. Interface fast Ethernet 01. Switch port mode to access, and then switch port access to VLAN 10. And then you want to exit from here and do the same with not VLAN fast Ethernet 2 port mode access, switch port says VLAN 10. And then from here, now you do the same thing, but for VLAN 20, which is your arts, and their connections is 3 and 4. It might be a little hard to see, but it's 3 and 4. Interface. This time we can make it faster with a range. FA0, 3 through 4. Now you're interfacing with a range. And it's this switch port mode access, switch port access to VLAN 20. And it's that easy. So from here, some few simple commands. Now we can go ahead and set up the trunking right now. Click the wrong. So it would be Ethernet 5 to fast Ethernet 1. Doesn't matter which ones they are. But now we can go back here and say, yeah, there you go. Go back here. You can also show your V. Exit from here, and you can show our VLAN. There you go. We can see that on our VLAN CS, we have ports 1 and 2. And on arts, we have 2 and 4. And on IT, we don't have anything because the PC is on the other switch, but it's useful. It's going to be used later. So we need that VLAN there. Okay, you can exit from there. Now we have to set up our trunk, which you go into your configuration of the terminal. Interface with your Ethernet. In this case, it was 5. Make sure of that. It was 5, yeah. You want to switch port mode trunk this time. Changes its state, switch port trunk allowed VLAN 1 through 100. This is going to let the connection of VLANs through the switches to PCs from on the same VLANs from different switches to ping each other and communicate with each other. Get that going, and that's great. We'll check if it works in a little bit. And then we have to do all of that for our switch 2 to enable it. Onto our configuration terminal, host our switch, name it hard switch, easier to tell apart. We want to enable our password UTRGV and enable our secret 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line on 0, which is our control, our command console, sorry, UTRGV. Log in, exit, and then the line. If you want to use this for a remote login, or password UTRGV, login local. From here, and now onto our creation of the same VLANs. VLAN 10 name CS, exit VLAN 20 name art, exit VLAN 100 name IT, exit, and from there we can change our ports. In this case, there's only one port, and it's for the IT, and it's on Ethernet 5. Interface fast Ethernet 05 switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 100. Exit from here, and if we hover over the switch, we can see that Ethernet 5 is on the VLAN 100. And over here, Ethernet 1 and 2 are on 10, and 3 and 4 are on 20. And the last thing to do would be the trunking, which is on Ethernet 1. Interface with our fast Ethernet 1, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk to allow VLANs 1 through 100. Something's wrong. It should be right. Port trunk allowed VLAN 1 through 100. There you go. That's pretty good. We can exit from here. That's pretty much it on the switches. We can show, once again, show interface trunk. You can see our ports and our VLANs that are communicating and going through. It should be the same on this one. So interface trunk, can see all that there. Working pretty well. There's no perfect way to test it, so I'm gonna add I can't seem to add it. Just add another PC. Now I'm gonna make sure that its configurations IP is for let's do VLAN 10.4 subnet mask gateway is 92.168.1. Can close that. Connect to fast Ethernet 2. We go into the switch configuration T, and we can interface as Ether 02, and it's the same switch port mode access switch to VLAN 10. Now if we go into send me here, that's not where I want to go. Command, we can ping this guy from another VLAN or from the same VLAN, but on a different switch. 168.10.2 should work. There you go. It's great. Then we can ping 192.168.10.2. See, and it works. And it's great. But if we try to ping 20.2, it's not going to work because it's not different VLAN. Yep, and they're just timing out. There you go, yeah. Pretty much it. And I'm going to delete this PC because we don't need it for other things. But let's head onto the router next. All right, thank you.
Hello, my name is Benito Juarez. I will be doing the router portion of this project. First, we connect the router to the switch. Then we go into the CLI settings of the switch. We're going to interface the VLAN 100. Then we add the IP. Make sure you add the subnet. Then we add the IP default gateway. Now we trunk the switch to the router. You need to make sure you save your configuration with W. Now we exit the switch and enter the router settings. Let's give a name to the router. Let's name it stick router. We're going to power up the router. Could boot open a bit. Now we will do the encapsulation portion of each of the VLANs. Now VLAN 20. Now VLAN 100. Need to make sure you save your settings or it won't work. We're done with the router. Now we ping first. We'll ping myself. Put in our replies. Now let's ping our neighbor, the arts department. There are the replies. Now we ping our other department, our computer science. And there it is. Thank you.